right. Looks like we are live. Let me pull this up on another screen so that way I can see if there are any comments. 1 second. One second, guys. Let's see. Should be over here. Okay. Yeah, sometimes these things are really annoying. Very smooth way to start off the first live stream. It's all good. Okay. Alrighty. We are all set up here. Oops, got my email open. Alright. No big deal there. Okay, guys. So, this is the official YouTube channel launch. My name is Joseph Gurman. For the purposes of this channel, I thought that a good name for this thing would be Average Joe's Crypto, and I actually have that kind of handle for all my different social medias right now related to crypto. It's either Average Joe's Crypto or Average Crypto Joe or something like that. You can find me on Telegraph, Twitter, Discord, and a bunch of other social medias by that name. I lose track of all of it. So you can go ahead and follow me on all those various channels. This is my house. I think we're going to get well acquainted. So I never have my dog really in the live streams. So we're going to invite my dog over. Ghost, come here. Come here, Ghost. Ghost, come here. I get brownie points for having a cool little dog, right? Come on. This is my dog. Her name is Ghost. She might be on the show every now and again as a silent host, Can't really talk unless she barks. So I know people are definitely going to be demanding more Ghosts in the future, less Joseph. All right. Thanks, Ghost. So, as you guys can tell, I'm a pretty big crypto enthusiast. Here's my Ethereum ugly sweater. And I got my Ethereum watch. This was a lovely gift from my girlfriend. She also got me my favorite hard fork for Bitcoin ever, guys. Check this out. You think it's a hard fork, but wait. It's a pen. How about that, Roger Ver? Ever think about that scalability issue? Bet not. Okay, guys. I can't see any comments right now. I'm a little bit limited on how much I know how to use YouTube, so I'm going to go off of my agenda right now, and then we can go into the questions. So please comment your questions now, and I'll get to them in about 10 minutes. It shouldn't be that long. So first I want to talk about the direction of the channel, and I really want to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 different series. I plan on adding 1 video a day to YouTube. It might be a live stream, it might be a pre-recorded video. I'll have to see based on my schedule. I might want to do 5 videos in a day and upload it different days. I'm aiming to have a video up, at least a live stream started by 7 p.m. every day. If not 7, hopefully I will have a video uploaded by then. So the 5 channels I'm going to have are Crypto News channel. So we'll be going over the news of the day, anything breaking, anything major for most major cryptocurrencies, including those that you might not hear about. I think we got plenty of channels that cover a lot of Bitcoin news and Ethereum news, but we don't really talk too much about the smaller guys. Some of these coins I'm talking about are Raiden Network, Substratum, Power Ledger, the Ripple or Ripio Credit Network, different cryptos like that. We're going to be covering them. We're also going to have a cryptocurrency tech series. So I'm not too technologically advanced myself. I've learned a lot though, reading the white papers, and we're going to go into like what makes a cryptocurrency different or how it operates differently. A lot of ICOs like to go ahead and say, we're the first blah, blah, blah. We're the first one to do this. We're the first one to do that. So kind of going to be investigating, hey, are you really the first ones to do that? Or are you really just taking something that someone else did and tweaking it minorly, not really making that big of a difference? The other thing we're going to do is a crypto trading series. So in this trading series, I imagine, I myself, I'm a cryptocurrency investor. I invest a good amount, but I can make anywhere from, one trade to about 30. I made 30 trades 2 or 3 days ago and made a lot of money because the markets were bleeding, and that's a perfect time to kind of, do a lot of trading and stuff like that. It's a perfect time to get burned, so it could have very well happened to me. But we're going to be going over how to trade smartly, what patterns to look for, what cryptocurrencies we can see those patterns in, and then also along with that technical analysis, you need fundamental analysis. So I'm sure you can imagine what technical analysis is. It's looking at ratios, looking at charting patterns, etc. But fundamental analysis is a little bit different, or actually it's a lot different. It's basically looking at the news of that cryptocurrency because we want confounding variables. It'd be great to see, a positive bullish pattern, but without some positive news, we're just going based off a chart. If we can see some positive news combining along with that kind of a pattern, we can go ahead and make a great investment decision. The other thing is crypto passive income series. So some people don't want to invest. Some people just want to or they want to invest, but they don't want to do that much. I love these things called masternodes. I've been talking about a lot on my Facebook, on my Snapchat, etc. You can read about them online. Masternodes is another way of mining cryptocurrency. It's a different way of validating transactions and making sure the network is secure. And I actually have about 3 masternodes running. So I have passive income coming in all the time, funded by my masternodes. All I had to do was put up the Upstart capital and get them going. Now, a masternode isn't as easy as you think it is to set up. I could not set up one of my masternodes, and another one, my roommate's going to help me set it up, and he's actually worked on a few servers, so I'd like to talk to him because when you're trying to set up a masternode, the guides that they give you are only helpful if you're technologically inclined to do that. So there's no real good video guides out there. The best guide I would say I saw was for Alco, ALQO. But the thing about Alco is that specific guide only works with their specific system. So I would like to start to do a series on masternodes, what these masternodes pay out. We're going to look for masternodes that have been established for a little while. And then hopefully I'm going to learn it from my roommate, and then we'll go ahead and start teaching people to do that. It's going to be a very scarce series because I want to be able to show you not just how you can make the passive income, but how you can set it up. Because if you can't set it up, then there's no point, right? Okay. The last series, this is my personal favorite. It's called Crypto for a Cause, and it's something I've been talking about for a little while. So I live in the Tampa Bay area, and I've reached out to about 7 charities this week. Basically, what Crypto for a Cause is trying to spread the love of cryptocurrency to our charities nearby. And so what I'm offering to do is to go into those charities and to set them up with free cryptocurrency wallets, set them up with a merchant that will basically allow them, let's just say you want to donate some cryptocurrency to the business. They're not too big fans of cryptocurrency, but they'll take it, they're a charity. We're going to set it up so that basically when you give them the cryptocurrency, they cash it out instantaneously. They don't even have to do anything, and the money's sent to their wallet, or their bank account rather. Or, we'll have the option of, if they're enthusiastic about Bitcoin or Ethereum, that they can go ahead and keep that Bitcoin or Ethereum in their own secure wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and show them how to do that. So it's going to be Crypto for a Cause. And once we get those charities onboarded with cryptocurrency, I'm going to be performing interviews with the manager or the owner of the charity to kind of get a feel of the charity, to see what's about, what the causes that are helping, and then spread that out and push out to the community. And then hopefully you all who are watching this video, might throw a few cryptos their way. Okay, so that kind of goes over the direction of the channel. Crypto news is what we got next. So the big thing is Bitcoin futures. On my Facebook live stream the other day, I talked about Bitcoin futures and how I'm worried about how that's going to affect the market, because I think that a bunch of hedge fund managers are going to go and try to short the market. But I've been thinking a lot recently, and you know, these guys always try to stay a few steps ahead, and I do too. It's not that easy. From the background that I have, I haven't been doing this all my life. These guys have been, you know, doing market manipulation, psychological fakeouts. Their entire careers are built on those principles. And the more I think about it, the more fearful I get the feeling that the community is. And I don't like to run with the herd, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, if everyone's going to go one way, I want to go the opposite way just because they will come back. So kind of goes back to that quote, you know, be fearful when people are greedy and be greedy when people are fearful. And I'm sensing a lot of fear in the community right now. A lot of fear that Bitcoin's going to tank. And I'm not going to lie, I've been saying that the last few days too. But given that a lot of people are feeling that way, it might be a fake out. It might be a fake out. And I honestly feel, you know, just from knowing people in the Bitcoin community, there's a lot of people that would be happy, ecstatic, including myself, to see Bitcoin fall under 10,000. Not ecstatic because the bubble has popped and now everyone's going to lose their money. Ecstatic because now I can buy in at 9,000, at 7,000, 8,000. There are plenty of buyers at these lower levels that even if Bitcoin falls, it's got such a cult-like following, such a like psychologically inclined community where people literally want these dips to happen so that they can quote unquote buy the dip, which you might have heard about a few times. I think that this is just a fearful push to allow these big Wall Street investors to go ahead and buy the dip. They're taking advantage of your mentality, the fact that you know that they have millions of dollars to back them to go ahead and buy this dip. So those are my latest thoughts on Bitcoin. Now we're going to kind of talk about Ethereum, which hasn't had much news today. But the market itself has been making moves that I wanted to talk about. So we see that Ethereum kind of dipped off. This is like, this whole period was when the alts were bleeding. I'm going to put a rectangle around it. So that right there was the bleeding period for alts. And a lot of alts are still bleeding. But you can see that Ethereum went super... Let's take that out. Ethereum went very bullish recently. And I just gotta say, guys, you know, I don't know if you could tell from the sweater or the watch. I love Ethereum, and I'm not a one-coin maximalist, but I feel that just on some basic levels and utility, I think that Ethereum is better than Bitcoin. I think that with more people getting involved with Bitcoin and as they're doing their research, they're going to figure that Ethereum has a lot more uses and superiority, in my opinion, to Bitcoin. I think that this event that we in the crypto community call the flippening will take place in 2018. This event is known as when Ethereum's market cap will overtake that of Bitcoin, and then hopefully what is supposed to happen when that occurs is that Ethereum will now be the first mover, have that first mover advantage, and when Ethereum bleeds, everything else will bleed. When Ethereum pumps, everything else will still go down, including Bitcoin. So you might see that happen this year. I mean, Ethereum has been making very bullish moves, and my price target for Ethereum is definitely going to go ahead and hit $1,000. With that, we're going to talk about some trades that I've entered into and something I talked about in the live stream last night. We're going to look at some of my technical analysis I made the other day and see how that's progressing, see if it's still remaining true. Before we get into that, and this is a good time to insert this point into this live stream, I would like to tell you guys I cannot, or, you know, don't take my advice as word of God. You know, do your own research. That's what I do. I do my own research to get my stuff. I listen to a lot of people talk. There's a lot of great people out there on YouTube, a lot of great technical analysis, people who are better than I am at this stuff. And then I also do it myself and then come up with my own conclusions. I strongly suggest you do the same. This is not financial advice. This is to help point you in the right direction. So with that, let's look at, I believe I had 3 trading positions possible, or maybe a 4th. So we're going to go ahead and look at those, and let's see. So first we had NXT. I've been very bullish on NXT, and I actually posted about NXT on my Facebook a few days ago. I got some friends into it at 38 cents, and it went as high as about 70 cents, and kind of dropped off since then. But most of my friends have made 50% on this investment in a matter of days. And now Next looks like it's kind of struggling and bouncing back down. I have a buy order in on Next. If you guys see this, this is a line of resistance. I feel like Next will cross over and then hopefully hit this line of support and bounce back. So this right here is my buy zone. I put the rectangle underneath it, but really anything below this line of resistance to here, if it falls below that line of support, that's definitely a solid buy. The next line of support would be right over here. Let me put that line in there. So anything in this area under this line of support, this line of support, this line of support is a buy. I have not bought in yet, but I am expecting to. On top of this, guys, the reason why NXT is going up so much is because if you have NXT before, I believe it's December 27th, you get an Ignis, you get free Ignis coins. So there's an airdrop. You can see that over here. And we can actually see what Ignis is trading for. So I believe it's for every one NXT, you're going to get 0.5 Ignis. Okay, let's see the US dollar value on that. So that is trading. Well, let's go to CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap's a lot better. I used to love Crypto Compare, but they've been slacking, man. Let's go to Ignis. Okay. Ignis. Alright, well, I guess they're slacking too. Alright, we'll just have to take the price off of here in Ethereum and then do that conversion. Hold on 1 second. Okay, we're going to take that Ethereum to US dollars. Alright, thanks for copying the whole website, man. Appreciate that. Gotta take this whole thing out. Oh, okay. Great. I think it was like 0.003. No. This is definitely like that. So, it's about 16 cents a pop. I mean, is that anything major? Absolutely not. But if you think about it like this, you buy in at 56 cents and then you're getting, you know, about, if you split that in half, that's 16 cents. So you're getting 8 cents on top of that. So if you're buying in at 56 cents, you know, you're getting 64 cents worth of value once this airdrop comes through. That's not saying that Ignis will go up in value, and that's not saying that NXT will go up in value. That's based on current market value. So I believe that NXT, if it falls into this area, is a steal, and I have my buy order already, and it is set at 335 or 3550. So it is actually in between right here, because this is my first buy zone. I think it'll definitely. I'm really hoping it falls in there. If you see this, it actually pierced into it. It bounced off of it, made its way back because this is a line of support, but I think it's going to pierce back down into it and then hit this line of support. We'll see what happens. It all depends, in my opinion, on volume. Okay. So let's look at waves. I made a waves call last night, and I actually called waves around this area and called a breakout. And sure enough, it did break out, and then it tested the top of this triangle, of this like angle, and then fell back down as I kind of called again last night. So if we look at our Coinbase, this is that what you just saw right there. This is based on Ethereum. This is based on Bitcoin, which a lot more people look at. And here's my line that I drew last night. As you can see, it's still pretty accurate, guys. This thing looks like it's, it's gone down, and then it's going to go shoot back up. So this is a 4-hour candlestick timeline. So if you do that, this is going to be about a 3 to 4 day move to go ahead and complete that, if not sooner. Another big thing about Waves, guys, is that Waves launched that big news the other day. I talked about it. Was that their platform is going to be able to do 100 transactions per second, which is much faster. Like that's basically lightning quick when compared to Bitcoin or Ethereum. Bitcoin, I think, was we saw last night 7 transactions, or they can do 7 transactions per second, and then Ethereum can do more than twice that, 15 transactions per second. We're talking about 100 here, guys. We're talking about more than 10 times the amount that Bitcoin can do per second. This kind of goes ahead and helps get us closer to finishing that scaling issue, but it's not even 1% of the way done. That's the scary part about all this, guys. We have a over a $300 billion market cap for cryptocurrencies. Over a year ago, I don't even think we were at 100 billion. We've grown so quickly, and that's with honestly shitty networks. I mean, I'm not gonna say that they're amazing, but it's shitty networks right now. That's why people legitimately think that Bitcoin can rise up to $500,000 a pop, because the Bitcoin network is not efficient right now. Blockchain is very efficient, but in order to become scalable and receive that mainstream adoption that everyone wants, it has to do more. Okay, guys. So last coin we're going to look at is EMC2, Einsteinium. Einsteinium has been on a rip this entire year, guys. If you guys actually look back at the 3-day scale for Einsteinium, which we're going to lose all that information now. Look at this chart. Like, this is all within, like, if you look over here in June, and just a few months later, I mean, it's just gone off, absolutely off. Look at this. This is called a stairway to heaven, Anyone on that? So I think Einsteinium has gone up like 1,300% in the last 2 months, which is insane. And I think it's going to go up even more. So I actually did buy in, and I'm up on my position right now. I think we're going to lose our chart. I'm putting it back to the 30-minute chart. I'll redraw it if I have to. Yeah, I'm going to have to redraw that. Hold on one second while I redraw this. So, got a nice falling wedge forming. We also have that forming. So, you can see it's like a falling wedge slash what I call tweezers. I don't know what other people call them. I'm not a giant technical analysis. I did not go through this through college. It's all self-taught. So some of these names, I give it like false names or whatever, but I've seen these formations before. I just don't have the mind to think of all of them. So basically what happens is generally, in order to validate these formations, they have to fit in between the lines. And as you can see that they are. Additionally, as these tweezers are coming together, you see they're getting tighter and tighter, the price has to get tighter and tighter, and that's what we call consolidation. Now, the theory goes is that this is our line of support right here. It's going to bounce off of that. You can see it pierces down underneath. It pierces down underneath, but bounces right back up on top of it. The theory is that as we get to the closer end of this triangle, I know there's a lot going on over here, but right here in this area, we're going to see an explosion. So on top of this, we do have a bit of fundamental analysis over here in that EMC, their hard fork, they're going to go ahead and have a hard fork in about 24 hours. So reduced supply, wormhole remover, I don't even know what that means, but a lot of people in the community are excited about this. So I think that combine that with the technical analysis, you have some fundamental news that's going on, a lot of excitement in the community, countdowns on multiple websites, the whole Reddit community is counting this thing down. I think that you can really see this thing pop. So guys, that's it. We're going to make a short video today for this channel. I'm going to see if there are any questions right now. We are giving out one free 0.1 Ether to anyone who commented on this video. You have to have your comment in before 10 p.m. tonight. It could be anyone. After 10 p.m., I'm going to close it off, put all your names into a randomizer, and then it's going to go ahead and randomly pick out the winner. I will contact the winner and then get your Ether wallet address and then send you that 0.1 Ether. So let's see if there are any questions. I cannot see. Oh, all right. David commented, what do you think will happen with Bitcoin futures and how will that impact our investments tomorrow? So I just answered that, David. I honestly think, listen, I'm not the type of person that'll say hodl, you know, which is hold in crypto language. But I think that the best advice right now is to hodl, guys. Hodl down, get into your bunkers, get into your battle station positions, because I think that Wall Street's trying to launch a psychological war, and you could totally see a panic sell happening this week and the next week. Those are what we call weak hands. You don't want to be a weak hand. Listen, guys, I only make money as a trader when you fold your hand. When you say, oh no, it's time to jump ship, that's when people like me buy in. And you can tell on this chart. I'll tell you where you could see that. You could see that right over here. There was a massive spike. And usually when you see these massive spikes, people are going to start to sell out. People are going to start to profit take. People are going to move their money into other cryptocurrencies. And you see that people who are holding bags, people that bought in on this level, people who bought in on that level, these long green candles, who never got a chance to profit really, they're going to start to panic. And you see that panic happening. Let's move that back over there. Hold on a second. So you can see that panic right over here. If you count the ratio of red candle to green candle over here, I mean, look at this. 2 green candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 negative candles. So that means for 1 hour, this thing went up, whatever, however many dollars it went up. Then for 7 straight 30-minute periods, 3.5 hours, it went down. Went up again, and then went right back down. Went up, down, down, down. So you can see, guys, this smells of fear. And this is a perfect place. Like, I guarantee you right here, this is you folding your weak hand. You know, you're getting scared. You want to panic sell. You want to get out. Make sure you don't lose that much money. And then here comes smart money. Right here, right here, right here. And then people like go like, oh, this is going to go up again. This is going to pop. Let me buy back in. And then this is smart money offloading. And then bam, you're selling your weak hand all over again. So this goes on and on and on. Repeatedly in multiple markets. So as far as what I think is going to happen, I'm not sure. Anyone who's telling you they know it will happen is a liar. But I think the best play is to hold, because if there's one thing we know about Bitcoin is that it's going to rebound. So even if it does dip a bit, no reason to panic. And if you're at a loss position, you only lose if you sell. Remember that. You haven't lost any money until you sell that position. So try to have the strongest hand as possible. Don't sell when everyone else is selling. Sell when people are buying. You know, when people are being greedy, that's when you want to sell. When people are freaking out about these Bitcoin futures, now it's too late. You can't sell right now. If you sold a week ago, probably would have been good. You could capitalize on the panic that's going to happen tomorrow. But it's too late now, man. As I say to a lot of people, time to strap in. So, all right, guys. We're going to end this right here. Again, if you comment before 10 o'clock, it's 5:30 right now, Eastern Time. Comment before 10 o'clock. You will get 0.1 Ether if you are picked to be the winner. You have to leave a comment, because without the comment, I can't see your name. Please subscribe to my channel. We will be going over videos every day. And yeah, so the next thing, the next giveaway will be when we reach 100 subscribers. We will again give away 0.1 Ether. And when we reach 1,000 subscribers, we will give away 1 full Ether. So, all right, guys, I hope you liked the live stream. And with that, I will talk to you later. Feel free to reach out to me.